Hello, this short video presentation is a continuation of yesterday, putting quadratic equations in vertex form. But now our leading coefficient here is not 1 or -1. Here I have a 2, here I have a -1/2. But we're going to do it the same way. First thing we do, subtract 5, want the constant on the other side, and as we did yesterday, we're going to factor out that 2. I'm going to leave myself a little more space so I can write plus, equals, now I'm going to factor out the 2, x squared plus 4x plus something. We'll see. Now, as always, half of 4 is 2, squared is 4. We add 4 here. Now, just like yesterday, although we wrote 4, 2 times 4 is actually 8. So we put 8 on this side. All right? We're writing 4 here, but it's not really 4 because 2 times 4 is 8. That's the big thing about what we're doing here. You've got to remember that. Now we have y plus 3 equals 2 times, and this factored is x plus 2 quantity squared. Our vertex then is -2, -3. That's it. Nothing else to it. It's really the same when it's a fraction, but you got to think a little bit. So, as always, get the constant on the other side. Y minus 1 again, I want to leave myself space, equals, and now I'm going to factor out a -1/2 from here. X squared plus, now the question is, 1/2 times what is 3? Half of what number is 3? It's a 6. But we need to have a negative because negative times negative is positive. So it's a -6x. -1/2 times -6 is +3. Plus, bad example here, plus half of 6 is 3, squared is 9. We put a 9 here. I won't do this on the assignment. -1/2 times 9 is -9/2. So we have -1/2 times x minus 3 quantity squared. Now, right now we're learning how to graph. We're not going to deal with vertexes that are fractions. Poor example choice here, but -1 is the same as 2/2 minus 9/2. So we have y minus 11/2 equals -1/2 times x minus 3 quantity squared. The vertex then is the ordered pair, +3, 11/2. Now again, I doubt we'll have time to graph things with vertices like this. But the process is the same. All right? Nothing else to it. Same as yesterday. With fractions, you got to think a little bit more. It's not quite as intuitive. -1/2 times what is -6? All right? I'm sorry. -1/2 times what is +3? It's -6. Okay? Hope that helps, and we'll talk to you later. Take care, guys.